I know one thing for sure, there's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here at Ratliff Stadium, where the Abilene High Eagles are taking on the Odessa Permian Panthers. It's a different type of game from last year's semifinal slugfest, but still the same outcome for the Snyder Lady Tigers as they fell 2-0 to Huffman Hargrave. The second-ranked Baylor Bears at home today at the beautiful McLean Stadium. Coach, no game for you this Friday, but something tells me that you weren't any less busy. It's just their second game of conference play, and already the ACU Wildcats taking on a premier FCS team. Hey D-Rob, the GymNet Indians are back in the playoffs for the first time since 2009, and they're ready to make their mark on the postseason. Although the loss certainly stings today, the future is bright for the Albany Lions, and it's been such a fun day so far. Mickey, Rowdy, and the gang were a little bit delayed, but don't worry, tons of people still out here. I'm here in Merkel, where the Badgers are hosting the Ballinger Bearcats. The Bearcats come into this matchup 2-1. The Cowboys beat the Crusaders 29-26 in their regular season matchup in a game that went down to the wire. The Cowboys are now out to prove that they can get the win again. All right, thank you so much, Peanut. Congratulations again. D-Rob, let's go back to you.
I think those kiddos know that I'll be the happiest person in Haskell County if we come away successful.
It's now the time of year where teams across the state are making that final push for the postseason, and Chet Forehand is hoping his favorite team, the Haskell Indians, can keep their season going.
We're going to do it this year.
His passion for the team is deeper than the fact that he was born and raised in Haskell County.
First year I coached was in 1967.
And this guy is still at it.
Sit.
At 72 years young, he serves as an assistant coach.
Your first step's got to be.
He's a guy that you can count on, and there's not a more important person in my program than Coach Forehand.
Coach Forehand has served many roles in education, but has racked up decades of experience on the gridiron.
It's an opportunity for us to learn from a guy that just does things right.
Some of Coach Forehand's players heard stories about him long before they met him because their parents were coached by him.
My dad always told me, when he was in high school, there was no water at practice. Coach Forehand was the roughest sucker there was at coaching, and he said they'd run laps and blah, blah, blah. And so I was honestly pretty scared to start playing football.
Big man moving quick. Y'all take some lessons.
Saturday mornings after a win or a loss, he's always so motivating. He just brings a big old smile and makes us laugh all the time.
Coach Forehand says that being around the team helps keep him young, and there's nothing else he'd rather do.
Great job, Park. I don't know if people think I help them, but I don't near help them as much as they helping me, and I sure appreciate them.
Coach Forehand.
What do you say, Parksy? It's just a great life. We want to get as much out of it as we can.
In Haskell, I'm Courtney Burris, BigCountryHomepage.com Sports. Running cross country requires physical and mental strength as well as a great deal of endurance. Abilene High's Ashton Inslee has the skills.
I want to try to win regionals.
She's very, very good.
Ashton is a hard worker. She always does beyond and above.
She's always going to have that fire in her eye and ready to go.
As a junior, Ashton has the second fastest 5K time in the nation, and she captured her third straight district title, and she's moving full speed ahead.
I want to compete as hard as I can at state. I mean, top 3 would be great. First place would be amazing.
Recently, Coach Martin has had her training with the varsity boys, and you could say there's a bit of competition between them.
They help push me a lot because they're super fast and they're great.
They don't want to get beat by her.
We're really good friends. It's just, I don't know, it's that whole mentality of don't get beat by the girl, but everyone else gets beat by her, so it's okay.
She started training before she started the 2nd grade, and she's continued to excel because she loves the sport.
I think my first track meet was the 5th grade track meet with Austin Elementary, and then I loved it, and it was so much fun.
She's come a long way since then and certainly has a bright future.
I'm really excited. I hope I can run in college and then maybe do it as a professional career, or hopefully Olympics could be in my future. I think that would be awesome.
This is a runner you want to keep an eye on, but don't blink because this girl is a special kind of fast. In Abilene, I'm Courtney Burris, BigCountryHomepage.com Sports.
This is BigCountryHomepage.com Sports with Courtney Burris.
It's homecoming for the ACU Wildcats, and when it's homecoming, you've got to play a marquee opponent. That's what the Wildcats did today, taking on the Sam Houston State Bearcats. It's the first time Sam Houston has played at Shotwell since 1984. Early in the first, handoff to Corey Avery. He flips it back to Jared Johnson. Johnson heaves it downfield and completes the flea flicker to Ladarius Brown. He walks into the end zone for the touchdown. Sam Houston leads at 7-0. A little later, Johnson swings it to his left, complete to Avery. Avery gets the edge and takes it in. Bearcats lead 14-0. The scoring continues for the Bearcats. Johnson connects with Colin Ryson this time. He takes it in for the short TD. It's now 21-0. Late in the first, Sam Houston lining up for the field goal. It's a fake, though. Don King, the third, picks it up, gets the ball across the goal line. Score is now 28-0. Sam Houston in full control in this one. They led by 35 in the fourth quarter and hold on for the 49-21 win. ACU has now lost 3 in a row. Let's go down the road to Wilford Moore Stadium. The McMurray Warhawks taking on Panhandle State. Pick this up in the second quarter. Panhandle leading 6-0. Shane Truelove airs it out for his receiver, but it's J.R. Arroyo coming up with the rock. Warhawks ball. Still in the second, Truelove drops back and airs it out for Devin Williams in the corner of the end zone. He makes the catch. Aggies lead it 13-0. Later on, Truelove keeps the ball and runs right into the end zone. Panhandle leads it 20-0. A little later, Jace Hammock under center for the Warhawks. Michael Weaver snags it out of the air. It's an Aggie interception. Warhawks were down by 20 at the half, but this one got pretty interesting. They rallied back. This one went into overtime, and they ended up falling. Final score of 36-35. Our other two local colleges in action this afternoon. First, the 15th ranked Hardin-Simmons Cowboys kicking off conference play in Alpine today, taking on Sul Ross State. The Cowboys do what they do and get the 41-13 win. And down in Brownwood, the Howard Payne Yellow Jackets taking on East Texas Baptist. This one was all ETBU. They take it 51-13. All right, let's move to the Big 12 now. The second-ranked Baylor Bears at home today at the beautiful McLean Stadium, taking on the only team to beat them in the regular season in 2014. That's the West Virginia Mountaineers. Tied at 7 in the first, Seth Russell goes across the middle to Corey Coleman. That's a touchdown. Bears lead it 14-7. Second quarter, 3-point Bear lead. Russell goes back to Coleman. That's his 15th touchdown catch this season, a new Baylor record. Third quarter, Russell to Coleman, connection still rocking. This time it's a 33-yard touchdown. Baylor leads it 34-17. Later in the third, Russell throwing again. This time it's to Jay Lee. He'll go 52 yards to the house. That's Russell's 5th touchdown pass of the day. Bears lead it 48-24. Baylor wins this one big. They take it 62-38. It's the 19th straight home win for the Bears. In Lawrence, Kansas, the Texas Tech Red Raiders taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. We pick this up in the second. Ryan Willis connects with Darius Crawley. It's a big catch. Big hit by the Tech defense, forces the ball out. J.J. Gaines jumps on it. Later in the quarter, DeAndre Washington takes the rock, gets brought down just short of the goal line. The Red Raiders finishing off the drive here. Washington punches it in from 1 yard out. Tech leads at 11-0. Late in the half, Patrick Mahomes going through the air. He's got Reginald Davis behind the defense. That's a 45-yard touchdown. Texas Tech led it 20-0 at the half. The Jayhawks rallied in the second to make this one a little interesting, but the Red Raiders able to escape. They take it 30-20 over Kansas. Let's do the SEC now. The Texas A&M Aggies are on a roll this season, but today the competition steps up a bit as the Aggies welcome the Alabama Crimson Tide to Kyle Field. Pick this up in the first quarter. Bama up by 7. Derrick Henry takes it straight up the gut and takes off. He goes 55 yards untouched to the house. Crimson Tide leads it 14-0. Third quarter, Aggies down by 15, but still finding ways to stay in the game. Kyle Allen finds Ricky Seals-Jones in the back of the end zone. Score now 28-20 Bama. In the fourth quarter, this is going to seal the game up. Allen scrambles, makes a bad read. It's picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. He goes all the way the other way for a pick six. That makes it a 41-23 game, and that's where this one would stay. Alabama gets the big win on the road. It's the first loss of the season for the Aggies. All right, that's the sports. Let's go back to you, Ashley. Hey D-Rob, I'm here with Cooper head coach Todd Mabus. Coach, no game for you this Friday, but something tells me that you weren't any less busy during this week. Talk about some of the things you wanted to accomplish and if you accomplished them during the bye week.
I think we did. I mean, we got to come out and practice hard. I mean, that's, got to continue to improve. We're never going to stay the same. We're always looking to be able to take a step in the right direction, and, it just gave us an opportunity this week to be able to focus on us. And you guys have Lubbock Cooper next week. They're one of the tougher teams in the district, and talk about having a little extra time to sharpen up and get ready for that team. I think it was huge. I mean, the most part we needed to heal you know, physically, you know, a little bit, as well as being able to take a mental break. I mean, we've played 8 games in a row, and, you know, it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on the coaches, it takes a toll on the players, and so to be able to kind of breathe a little bit, you know, is something that I think is healthy. And
Well, you guys have 2 more regular season games. You have Lubbock Cooper and then Lakeview. Talk about what you're expecting from your guys.
I'm expecting to play their best game next Friday, and then the following Friday, the best game that they played all year long, you know, to finish the regular season out. You know, I'm very proud of them in their mature group. They've, you know, rose to the challenge. They come out with a purpose every day at practice, and you know, they're working hard together, and they're working against each other to make each other better. And you know, there's not a whole lot of distractions, and so you know, they're a very pleasurable group to coach.
All right, Cooper Cougars back on the road next week, back in district play, taking on Lubbock Cooper. Coach, thanks so much for your time. D-Rob, let's go back to you in the studio.